Hi folks, it's Switchback. If you want to know how to charge things while camping, a power bank is often your best bet. This is my Anker power bank. This is a 20,000 milliamp hour power bank. It has two USB charging ports and then a mini USB and USB-C input, not output. It has a button on the front of it and it has 4 lights. So from 0 to 25%, you get 1 light, 26 to 50, so forth, like that. So that first one will be lit up till 76%, and then 75% it drops down to 3. You press the button to turn it on when you have something plugged in here. It's generally how power banks work. This has been pretty good and rugged for me out on the trail, but Evatronic reached out to me and offered me their 20,000 milliamp hour power bank, and so I thought I would do kind of a side-by-side comparison with it. This is the PD Pioneer 20,000 mAh 20 watt 3-port power bank. So I wanted to open it up and let's check it out. My first thought when I took it out of the shipping box was it is a bit heavy, so I'll put it on my scale when I get home to compare it with my other power banks. But let's see what this thing looks like. It's a bit bulkier than my Anker. This could be great for like car camping and road trips and airline trips and that kind of thing. But it looks nice. It has a nice aesthetic to it for sure. It's got a power button here. And then it looks like it comes with a charging cable. Yeah. Let's see if it's got any charge to it now. So right now it's at 67%. I like that it's actually got the percentage on it, rather than like the dots where you're like, okay, it's 4 dots, it's 3 dots, it's, you know. I'm looking forward to trying it out. I do have a backpacking trip coming up. It's, like I said, it's a little heavier than I would typically take, but it's also gonna be a little bit longer trip. So maybe I'll give it a roll. So this is the actual first backpacking trip with it, but I have used it at home and at work. And my first thing when I took it out of the box was that it is pretty heavy by comparison. And you can see that it is a little bit thicker. It's a little smaller from this dimension. This one also has 2 USB charging ports, but it also has a USB-C charging port. This is the input and output. There's also input for your mini USB right here. And then when you press the button on this one, it actually tells you a number of how charged up it is. I've been using this the past 2 nights for my Garmin and my inReach Mini, and I think that's it. But I've been using it the past couple of nights, and so far it's down only 6%. So that's impressive. That's good. I have dropped it. It has a couple of little scratches on it already because that's how it goes when backpacking. But that's why I wanted to actually take it out here, and it still works just great. I like that it's not totally smooth. It's easier to hold a grip on it. And I couldn't find a whole lot of information about Evatronic as a company, good or bad. It is made in China, but the Anker is also made in China. So I imagine that most power banks, frankly, are going to be made in China. My iPhone is made in China. That's just how it is. As with any power bank, you want to charge it all the way up before you use it first. I think the biggest drawback for me on this one is the weight. Just being a backpacker, weight matters, and it's more than 2 ounces heavier than my Anker. This will be really handy for a lot of the other kind of traveling that I do, for car camping, for work. I like being able to take a charger to work. I'm weird, whatever.
I also have some other chargers at home. I have some old solar chargers that I bought probably 6 years ago, and I can't even get a full iPhone charge out of them anymore. And then I have a little red one that said it was 20,000 milliamp hours, but it's probably more like 5 or 6 in reality. So it is smaller and lighter than either one of these, but also less juice. But that is where the company that you go with really does matter. And Anker and Nitecore have really cornered that market, but it's cool to see another company like Evatronic going for it. So far, it has actually lived up to the 20,000 milliamp hour promise on this, which is good. I like that on this one you can charge 3 items rather than 2. That is a bonus. And I like the digital display on there. That's pretty nice to be able to see exactly where your charge is at. Even before I started doing YouTube videos, I needed to pack a power bank. It's just, I like to take a lot of pictures, a lot of videos. I drain my phone really fast. Plus, I really like to keep everything charged up. I've got a headlamp that needs to be charged. I have a watch that needs to be charged. I have an inReach that needs to be charged. All of those things require some juice. My longest trips are usually maybe 3 nights, and 20,000 is more than enough, even with how much video I shoot and using my microphones and using all these other things, because I've also been charging my microphones with these. Even with all of that, I still don't go through 20,000 milliamp hours. I would be scared to come out here with only 10 though, just knowing my own habits. Like I said, for car camping and stuff like that, especially like when I'm out with Mountain Goat, if I'm out with other people, it's really nice to have a second charger. Don't use these for charging laptops, which is such a major issue when you're backpacking. Live with it. I like taking a power bank with me because then I can relax and not have to worry about running out of my battery on my phone and all my other gear. And I consider it one of the basics when I'm packing for my trips. And if you want to know some more about some other backpacking basics, I've got this playlist for you right up here. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite power bank is. Be sure to subscribe and like the video, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. 20 milli... Yeah, more than 20. Probably actually 20. If you're doing, Alfisi. Alfisi. Yeah, that's exactly right. Still not good. Okay. Let me know. Good Lord. Finally. It only took like 6 tries.